I cannot see anything moving.
And in some cases, it's illegal too.
Left speechless, really, which is unusual for me.
We meet the men travelling the world to donate sperm.
I've been offered 20,000.
Good evening and welcome to MTV News Update for June 29, 2026. I'm Sandy Ramatar and here's what's making the headlines tonight. Because We Care cash grant distribution begins, smooth process reported countrywide. US $722 million transmission upgrade underway to strengthen GPL grid. Whaling Expo attracts over 50,000 visitors. Minister Crow credits collaboration for success. And in sport, Captain Chase hails test performance as perfect. Windies inflict dominant win in first test. The distribution of the government's Because We Care cash grant has commenced, and Minister of Education Sonia Parag has reported that the rollout has been a smooth process with thousands already benefited on the first day. Dinley Raffle opens tonight's newscast.
Parent and guardian of children registered in the country's public and private school system began receiving their Because We Care cash grant from today. Each child will receive a total of $85,000 this year, following an increase in the grant and the introduction of a new transportation subsidy. The Because We Care cash grant has been increased from $50,000 to $60,000, while the school uniform grant remained at $5,000, bringing the total education grant to $65,000. And with the addition of the new $20,000 transportation grant, every child in the public and private school will receive $85,000. While visiting distribution centers and engaging with parent and guardian in Region 5, Minister of Education Sonia Parag reported that the first day of distribution has been a smooth process.
So what we're doing today, ministers are in various regions and at various schools. I myself am in Region 5 and I started with the Dihu Primary, working my way down to Baibu, and now I'm here at Novar. Novar Primary has about 317 students, and for each class of distribution that I have seen, almost the entire list has been completed for most of the classrooms, so which meant that parents came very early, even before 9 a.m., but we were able to see some of the parents coming in with their children to collect the cash grant. And we're very happy to be able to give this to parents because we understand what it means for parents who not only have one child, but more than one children. And ensuring that they are prepared and in a position to attend school in September or the new term, very important for us.
She said thousands has received the grant. Minister Parag is encouraging parents to check and double-check their distribution location for their child's school. Parent, after receiving their grant, was in high praise for the grant, with several of them expressing gratitude for the grant.
And the money would be beneficial for the child in terms of buying all the school items, and thanks to the government for bringing it. Well, it would be more beneficial because cost of living is very high, so it would nil out itself. It is very important because some other parents cannot afford to buy textbook and so forth, so this money would come in handy so it could enhance the child's education. Just thanks to the government, it's a great input and there will be more benefits from the younger youths coming up.
I would like to thank the government for this initiative. For the new school term, I will be buying the school clothes for my child.
I'm very happy for it. It will be a huge help. It will be very beneficial to persons, especially those in need. It helps with the cost for children. Things are very expensive, so it will definitely help with the cost for the kids. It will help with the children.
Morning. I would like to take this time out to thank the government of Guyana for this cash grant that has been given to me today. And I will thank you once more that I will use this for the benefit of my kids for the school. Thank you very much.
Good morning. My name is Angela Manman, and I would like to thank the government of Guyana through the Ministry of Education for the cash grant for my children. They will get all their school supplies for the new school year, and once again, thank you very much.
The distribution of the grant continues tomorrow. Reporting for MTV News Update, I am Dinley Raphael.
Minister of Public Utilities and Aviation Dieda Indar said negotiations over the continued use of one of Guyana's rented power ships are almost complete. The minister is also rejecting suggestions that Guyana was forced into a weak negotiating position, saying the government was never backed into a corner. More details in this report. The government is nearing the end of negotiations for the continued use of the 36-megawatt power ship that was brought in 2 years ago to help stabilize electricity supply, particularly in Berbice. Speaking on the Starting Point podcast, Minister of Public Utilities and Aviation Dieda Indar said the vessel was secured at a time when Guyana urgently needed additional generation to keep up with rising electricity demand. Indar explained that the government had initially negotiated what he described as a very low concessional rate. He said the company has since requested an increase, while the government has placed its own counter-proposal on the table.
So they asked for 9.5 cents. We said we want 9 cents. And we are working between that because we can't, they would never renew it for a concessional rate of the 7.6. We know that.
And the demand has increased too.
The demand continued to grow.
Correct.
The minister said the power ship remains important because Guyana has not yet received electricity from the gas-to-energy project, while demand on the GPL grid continues to grow. He noted that the vessel also supports voltage levels on the Berbice side of the network, making it necessary for the country's current electricity needs. But Indar said the government has not approached the negotiations from a weak position. He said while Guyana needs the power, the company also needs the work, and both sides have been trying to find a middle ground.
No one should believe we were ever backed in a corner. We will defend the interests of the Guyanese people. We will fight the best we can to get out of the outcome. We don't lay back and say, well, you come and bamboozle us. That doesn't work with us. We don't operate like that.
Indar said the negotiations are now about 99% complete, and a formal statement will be issued once the process is finalized. He also pushed back against reports suggesting that Guyana had little room to negotiate after a letter related to the discussions was leaked. The minister said negotiations are not conducted in public and that the government has maintained a firm position throughout the process. We'll be right back after this short break.
Looking for a way to enhance your showers? Beeson has you covered. Get durable, high-quality frameless shower doors available in a variety of colors, style, and designs. Purchase any frameless sliding door and get free delivery and installation in Georgetown and surrounding areas. We also offer after-sale services, replacements of parts, free estimates, and professional advice. So why pay more to import when you can get impeccable quality locally? So visit Beeson Windows and Doors today on Heroes Highway. Made with pride in Guyana by Guyanese.
In just the first 3 months of 2026, Guyana earned over $761 million from oil and gas. That's $155 million more than the same period in 2025, an increase of nearly 26% in just 1 year. It means more access to resources for our children, families, and communities right across Guyana. More jobs being created across different sectors of the economy. More training for young people to be equipped with the skills to build their future. And more opportunities for small businesses to grow, compete, and succeed. Since oil production started offshore, oil and gas companies have been investing in the long-term development of Guyana. Stay informed. Visit oilnow.gy for the latest updates, because the more you know, the better prepared you are for what's ahead.
Your aviation career starts here at the Art Williams and Harry Wendt Aeronautical Engineering School. Join us on Friday 10th, July 2026 at 10 a.m. at the Eugene F. Correa International Airport Oval for our open day. Learn about our associate's degree, bachelor's degree, and CDQ Aircraft Foundation training programs. Register today and take the first step towards your future.
Has there been a change in your income, contact information, marital status, or address since applying to the Ministry of Housing and Water Central Housing and Planning Authority? Then you are required to do an update. Avoid the long lines and crowds. Visit our website at chba.gov.gy. Click on the Application Update tab and make the necessary update. utilize our online services. A message from the Ministry of Housing and Water, Central Housing and Planning Authority.
It's game on. And you may not be able to predict the scoreline or who will win each game. And you sure can't predict who will be the champion. But what is predictable is that Quartz has what you need to watch the games the way you want to every time. It's game on. Quartz, bringing value home.
Modern Optical Service has made it even better by introducing its budgeted spectacle line, starting as low as $10,000 for single vision lens and $12,000 for bifocal lens, available in tinted or clear, complete spectacles at affordable prices. So hurry down to our main office at 316 Middle Street or Lot 14 Diamond Public Road opposite Demerara Bank. Enjoy over 60 years of eye care experience at affordable prices. Modern Optical Service, your eye care professionals.
This year's International Building Expo created new opportunities for thousands of Guyanese, and Minister of Housing and Water Colin Crowell said the expo attracted more than 50,000 visitors, highlighting growing public interest in the country's housing and construction center.
The Ministry of Housing recently concluded the successful hosting of the International Building Expo, and at the close of the event, which took place at the National Stadium in Providence, the Ministry of Housing disclosed that the expo attracted more than 50,000 visitors. The Ministry of Housing, in a press release, said the expo recorded many successes and the ministry was able to deliver key housing services to the public. The Ministry of Housing said over 2,100 certificates of title were made available to homeowners, over 1,000 house lots were allocated, and more than 700 allottees signed the agreement of sale. The ministry also disclosed that more than 70 steel and cement subsidy vouchers valued at $17 million were distributed to qualified beneficiaries in Region 3. Minister of Housing Colin Crowell said these successes were recorded as a result of close collaboration with stakeholders. He noted that the expo was a success because of continued support from the private sector.
I want to thank all on behalf of my colleague Minister Vanessa Ben and all the management team at Ministry of Housing and Central Housing Planning Authority. I want to include Department Secretary Bisham Kupin, as well as the CEO, Dr. Martin Patab. I would like to give some thank you to some private companies. So, for example, when you enter the facility from the front gate, you have an area that has been prepared for, in keeping with our 60th anniversary as an independent nation. And so you have that lovely area, Guyana 60, highlighting, and then you have that walkway. So the blocks that have been provided there to have that ambience, I want to acknowledge TR June and Construction, and they would have provided those blocks free of cost for this activity.
Minister Crowell also expressed thanks to all the exhibitors and members of the public and said because of their work, the expo was a success.
I want to acknowledge some of the corporate sponsors that have been involved over the expo. So, for example, you have NIS, Darfurs. I just highlighted ENET, I highlighted Puran Brothers. You have Geico, the number of agencies that also involved. And after the opening ceremony, the other days, you ended the day with part of the entertainment. The person behind the scene, first of all, in the cultural aspect on the opening ceremony and the entertainment night is none other than Mr. Andrew Tyndall from Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport. So I want to publicly acknowledge his role in helping us to put on these and showpiece Guyana's artists and skilled personnel who are part of their trade and give exposure.
He said through the expo, many people were able to connect to new opportunities and businesses gain new customers and partnership. Reporting for MTV News Update, I am Dinley Raphael.
The government is moving ahead with a major US $722 million transmission upgrade to strengthen the Guyana power line grid and reduce widespread power disruptions. Minister of Public Utilities and Aviation Deedat Indar said the country's electricity challenge is no longer only about generation, but also about the ability of the grid to reliably move power across the country. Here is more. The national power grid is undergoing one of its largest upgrades yet, with more than US $722 million being invested in transition lines, substations, and modern control systems. Speaking on the Starting Point podcast, Minister of Public Utilities and Aviation Deedat Indar said GPL inherited a fragile system in 2020, with available generation falling short of peak demand. Since then, he said, the government has added between 160 and 170 megawatts of reliable power to the system, while GPL's customer base has grown from about 180,000 to more than 244,500. But Indar explained that while generation has improved, many of the recent outages are now linked to transmission issues, including damage or interference caused by construction equipment, trucks, and other external factors.
Yes, right now, I think over 722 million US is invested in the transmission lines to move that power. And the substation and upgrading of existing substation is massive amounts of work.
The minister said new transmission infrastructure is being built to move power from the gas to energy project at Wales across the coastline. That power will be stepped up from 69,000 volts to 230,000 volts, allowing GPL to move bulk electricity more efficiently to areas where demand is growing rapidly. Indar said transmission lines are being constructed from Wales to several key points, including Reading Hope, Georgetown, and as far as Williamsburg in Quarantine. A new control center near Eccles is also being developed, which the minister described as the new brain of the system.
We're putting in a line down there that we're going to move between 180 to 200 megawatts under there. So you have like a ring function now. We've never had that before. So if power is blocked in one way, it reroutes the other way. So that is what we've been building.
Indar said this ring-type system will allow electricity to be routed when there is a fault or blockage in one section of the grid, reducing the risk of wider shutdowns. He also linked the transmission works to the gas-to-energy project, which is expected to add 300 megawatts of power when fully completed. Coming up in international news, displaced Venezuelans to be housed in camps. Stay with us.
It's game on. And you may not be able to predict the scoreline or who will win each game. And you sure can't predict who will be the champion. But what is predictable is that Quartz has what you need to watch the games the way you want to every time. It's game on. Quartz, bringing value home.
2026 can be the year you invest in your future. It does not need to be overwhelming. It starts by choosing what matters most to you and taking that first step.
This year, invest in your time. Skip the line and bank online with the GBTI Go Banking app.
Or invest in yourself. A personal loan can help you start a course, launch a project, or create a new opportunity for success.
You may want something more diversified. Our mutual funds grants you the opportunity to invest from different sectors with professional guidance, all under one roof.
And you can invest in the next generation. Early savers help set children up with healthy financial habits from the start.
It might be the right time to invest in your own home. With Home Start Advantage, we make that step easy.
An auto loan can change your year. Investing in transportation will help you move further in your work, business, and daily life.
With any GBTI card, you can invest in your lifestyle, traveling, shopping, from date nights to your next flight. It's an investment in your wallet.
So whatever investing looks like for you in 2026, GBTI has a path to match your goals, and we're here to guide you through every step of the way.
FiberTech materials are used in a multitude of ways, from repairing and fabrication of auto body, fishing, and household items. We have available various fiberglass mattings, resin, mold releases, brushes, and rollers for all of your repair needs. We offer technical advice and free training to ensure you get the job done. For further information, call us at 220-6907 or 220-9192.
Come
on down to Decor and Gift Gallery, where we have in stock a wide variety of items for you to choose from for your bedroom and living room needs. We have in stock bed sets, tables, curtains, rods, pillows, comforters, sheet sets, towels, bath mats, cushion covers, kitchen curtains, nightstands, lamps, tablecloth, and so much more. We are located at 47 Craig and Sheriff Streets, Campbellville. Our telephone numbers are 227-4086 or 223-3967.
Squatting is illegal and poses serious health and safety risks to individuals and the communities. The Ministry of Housing and Water continues to provide affordable housing solutions and urges all to follow the proper channels to acquire land and avoid illegal occupancy. If you or someone you know is squatting, contact the Community Development Department for assistance on 227-4164 or 227-4168 or visit chpa.gov.gy to submit an online inquiry using the Contact Us tab. Let's work together to build safe communities. A message from the Ministry of Housing and Water, Central Housing and Planning Authority.
Bison's Windows and Doors, where your style meet our innovation, offering the best prices for windows, doors, shower enclosures, and more. In high-quality aluminum and UPVC frames, reflective, tinted, and a wide range of glass types to choose from. We cater for domestic, commercial, and industrial building projects. When looking for windows, doors, and other glass products, Bison's is your #1 choice. Visit us at Echoes just off the Heroes Highway or call us on telephone number 622-4197 or 503-9364 to place your order.
GCOM will be conducting a claims and objections exercise commencing July 1, 2026 to produce an official list of electors, OLE. If you will be 18 years or older by June 30, 2026 and you're a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, or naturalization, or a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more, you are eligible for inclusion in the OLE. GCOM has posted the preliminary list of electors, PLE, in all registration divisions across Guyana for you to check whether you are listed, and if so, whether your particulars are accurate. You can object to anyone whom you believe does not qualify for inclusion in the OLE. To do so, you must be listed in the same divisional list as the person you are objecting to. You must visit the GCOM registration office responsible for your area of residence to make an objection. The objections aspect of this exercise will end on Friday, July 17, 2026. For more information, contact the GCOM on 225-0278-9 or visit www.gcom.org.gy.
Citizens, please be reminded that the Ministry of Housing and Water does not sell land or housing units through any third-party arrangements or accept payments through any mobile money platforms. All our allocations are done at our Brickdam Georgetown main office, any of our regional offices, or at any scheduled Dream Realized event. A message from the Ministry of Housing and Water, Central Housing and Planning Authority.
You are tuned to MTV News Update. The Tourism and Hospitality Association is looking to partner with the government to train more workers for the country's expanding tourism and hospitality industry as efforts intensify to address growing demand for skilled labor and support the sector's continued growth. Danny Raphael tells us more.
Guyana's tourism and hospitality sector continues to grow at an unprecedented rate, and despite local tourism businesses and local tour operators recording significant progress in getting qualified personnel to fill the growing need, labor remains a service gap in the industry. This is according to President of the Guyana Tourism and Hospitality Association, Mitra Ramkumar. The Tourism and Hospitality Association of Guyana, TAG, is the leading tourism organization that represents hundreds of businesses in the tourism and hospitality industry. Ramkumar told this newscast that based on reporting feedback from its members, getting more qualified persons to fill role in the industry remain a service challenge for them. Ramkumar disclosed that TAG is actively working to support the training of more citizens to fill a role in the industry and is actively working with government to address this issue since the growing sector demand more labor. To support its members, TAG will be undertaking a new partnership with the Ministry of Human Services and Social Security to train more persons.
We're working in partnership with the Ministry of Human Services and Social Security. Soon they will launch, I think it's a culinary arts center, and it's more or less geared for single mothers, but they have assured me that it's open up, so anyone can go. You can access this facility, but we are hoping to tap into this facility to be able to satisfy the human resources shortage that we face, and as a result we having some service gaps. And so we are working hand in hand with government. We're trying to do our part as much as possible, because we acknowledge that there are service gaps, and we are trying as much as possible to fill those gaps.
He said they're expanding support to roll out new initiative that will target young people to get them to seek career in the tourism and hospitality sector.
It's not just about maybe working at the front desk or being a hotel manager. There's a whole host of opportunities that exist in tourism businesses, from accounting, to food and beverage, to housekeeping. There are so many opportunities, and it is a labor-intensive industry, so it requires a lot of human resources. And so this is why we have a gap, and this is why we introduced this SWIFT program, to be able to get persons early to get in tune with the tourism industry, what it does, what it's all about. It builds national pride and patriotism.
He said TAG is fully behind the Tourism and Hospitality Institute that will be open in Region 6, and they look forward to capitalize persons from its member to be trained here and be qualified to give service in this lucrative industry. Reporting for MTV News Update, I am Dinley Raphael.
We now turn our attention to international news. Acting President Delcy Rodriguez said displaced Venezuelans will be housed in temporary camps. This is according to the BBC. Speaking on state TV, she also announces a presidential commission to assess the safety of housing and infrastructure damaged by earthquakes that struck last Wednesday. At least 1,450 people are known to have been killed, but that number is expected to rise. Earlier, a 21-year-old man was pulled from rubble in the state after being trapped for 106 hours. As rescue teams continue to search for survivors, locals are using crowbars, mallets, and pickaxes to try to search for loved ones. Up next, it's MTV's and Beeson's Windows and Doors Sport Update.
The Guyana School of Agriculture, Guyana's premier institution for certificate and diploma education in agriculture, has opened its virtual learning platform to all students, both in Guyana and abroad. 2-year programs now available are the Diploma in Animal Health and Veterinary Public Health, Diploma in Agriculture. The certificate program over 1 year are those offered in agriculture, fisheries, forestry, and agro-processing. Entrance requirements and other relevant information to get you started on your career in agriculture can be found on the GSA website, gsa.edu.gy, or email gsa.campus@gmail.com. The Guyana School of Agriculture, with its main campus at Monrepo, East Coast Demerara, and at Cottonfield, Essequibo. Let's get you started in the business of agriculture.
Everything is connected: our planet, our water sources, including the water we drink. Sometimes harmful bacteria end up in our streams and canals. Although treated, the risks are high. You can prevent this pollution and contamination by maintaining your septic tank and grease traps. Call the experts at Puran Brothers Disposal Incorporated on 264-1239 or 603-5050. Keeping it clean is what we do best.
At the Gift Center, we're more than great gifts. Find a fine selection of beautifully crafted crystal pieces or perfect barware for your socials. Get wall art and decor that's guaranteed to transform your favorite spaces. Entertain in style with elegant dinnerware and serving sets.
Ladies, accessorize your attire with fashionable yet functional handbags. With our commitment to quality, we are the preferred place to shop. The Gift Center, located at 46 Hatfield Street, opposite the White Castle Fish Shop.
GCOM will be conducting a claims and objections exercise commencing July 1, 2026 to produce an official list of electors, OLE. If you will be 18 years or older by June 30, 2026, and you are a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, or naturalization, or a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more, you are eligible for inclusion in the OLE. GCOM has posted the preliminary list of electors, PLE, in all the registration divisions across Guyana for you to check whether you are listed, and if so, whether your particulars are accurate. You can make a claim for registration, change, correction to your particulars, or you can object to the inclusion of anyone whom you believe should not be on the list. If you are desirous of making a claim or objection, you must visit the GCOM registration office responsible for your area of residence to do so. Visit the GCOM registration office responsible for your area of residence to conduct any of the above transactions. All GCOM registration offices will open Monday to Friday from 8 to 18 hours, Saturday, Sunday, and holidays from 10 to 14 hours. For more information, contact the GCOM on 225-0278-9 or visit www.gcom.org.gy.
It happens. Your septic tank is full. All the waste from your toilet goes into your septic tank through the sewage line. When your tank is full, the two most common indicators are an overflowing tank and an overflowing toilet. It is recommended that Sevon's Waste Management empty your septic tank every 2 to 3 years to avoid any embarrassment. And before you can say, shh, it's gone. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455 or 218-1156.
For centuries, the world searched for the mythical city of El Dorado. Today, Guyana reclaims the narrative. Introducing the first ever Independence Commemorative Medallion, celebrating our 60th Diamond Jubilee. Crafted from 1 trounce of .999 fine gold, 100% Guyanese. Refined and minted right here at home. This is El Dorado Reimagined. From legend to luxury. Own a piece of Guyana's history for $1.3 million. A legacy casted in gold. Visit guyanagold.ggb.gov.gy.
Master Vishnu is a trusted astrologer in Georgetown, Guyana with 25 years of experience and 7,000 plus happy clients. He has received astrology knowledge from his ancestors, passed down through generations in his family. He specializes in horoscope reading, psychic reading, palm reading, face reading, and accurate numerology predictions. Get expert solutions for love problems, marriage issues, husband-wife conflicts, job, and business concerns. Call +592 632 9943 today to book your appointment.
Bison's Windows and Doors, where your style meets our innovation, offering the best prices for windows, doors, shower enclosures, and more. In high-quality aluminum and UPVC frames, reflective, tinted, and a wide range of glass types to choose from. We cater for domestic, commercial, and industrial building projects. When looking for windows, doors, and other glass products, Bison's is your #1 choice. Visit us at Echoes just off the Heroes Highway or call us on telephone number 622-4197 or 503-9364 to place your order.
Looking for a way to enhance your showers? Beeson has you covered. Get durable, high-quality frameless shower doors. Available in a variety of colors, style, and designs. Purchase any frameless sliding door and get free delivery and installation in Georgetown and surrounding areas. We also offer after-sale services, replacements of parts, free estimates, and professional advice. So why pay more to import when you can get impeccable quality locally? So visit Beeson Windows and Doors today on Heroes Highway. Made with pride in Guyana by Guyanese.
An all-round dominant display from the West Indies saw them earn an innings and 270-run win over Sri Lanka, wrapping up play on day 4 of the first Test match at the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium. Resuming with an overnight score of 15-1, the Sri Lankan batting lineup were ripped apart as the Windies, led by veteran fast bowler Kemar Roach, bundled out visitors for 101 in 31.2 overs. Roach ended with figures of 4 for 51, while teammates Jayden Seales 3 for 14, Shamar Joseph 2 for 19, and Ansari Joseph 1 for 11 chipped in to guide the Caribbean side to the victory. Earlier scorers in the match, Sri Lanka batting first, were bowled out for 308, with Justin Graves grabbing 3 wickets, while for the West Indies at bat, led by Amir Jangu 233 and Royston Chase 194, the home side posted 626 for 9 declared. Meanwhile, Captain Royston Chase said his side executed their plans to perfection after opening the 2-test series against Sri Lanka with a memorable victory in Antigua.
I think it was a perfect test match for me. Everything that we sit and plan with the guys, with the team, with the management staff, the guys came out there and executed them beautifully. So it's like a dream come true. Like you're in a dream and everything is happening the way you want it. So it was perfect. It was beautiful to be out there, to be a part of, and I'm thankful for the win. Yeah. I told my guys the first year was for learning, and this second year is for dominating, and that's what we did. So the guys are on the right track, I think. So it's just for us to continue to back the process and back the plans that we set out, and just to be patient. I think Test cricket calls for a lot of patience, and I think that's something that we fall short on. Sometimes we tend to do good and great stuff at moments, but we don't do it for long.
He was also full of praise for his veteran fast bowler Kemar Roach, who achieved a milestone of 300 wickets in Tests after his recent wicket haul in the first match. Windies will now look to wrap up the series when the second Test bowls off later this week. Newly promoted Elite League club Campton FC received a major boost of the weekend with the donation of a brand new lawnmower from the government, providing valuable support for the maintenance of the club's playing facilities. Minister of Culture, Youth and Sport Charles Ramson Jr. handed over the bidding machine to Campton FC at the club's grounds in Campville. Campton FC President Selwyn Robertson said this will go a long way in maintaining the ground as the team looks to compete at a high level.
Thanks to these young men, most of them is from the Sophia area. There's a few original, but there's a few of them that stick to the task and stick with me. Because by you and the government giving us the lights, help us for these guys to be able to train from 6 to 9.
Robertson, who is elated for the lawnmower, is calling for more support after his club's elevation to the Elite League. Minister Ramson, who represents the constituency, said he has supported the community and worked hard to assist the young people who hail from the area and surrounding areas.
And the process for leading to the outcomes that you see today is a relationship that has been developed by government and people in Campbellville. We were going to develop every single ground in Georgetown. We have invested and converted, transformed 34 grounds in Georgetown.
Ramson Jr. said the development of the ground, erection of fencing and equipment support are part of the government's aggressive agenda to create safe and community-friendly sporting facilities in and around the city and nationwide. He noted that more than 100 such weeding equipment have been provided to community grounds. Executive of the Campton Club, Troy Mendonca, said they intend on installing more light and construction sanitary block with some more minor works to the playing surface as they seek to transform the facility into a thriving football facility. Campton was once a top team in the country before its deadline, and with the promotion to the Premier competition recently, it is looking to dominate once again. Minister of Culture, Youth and Sport Charles Ramson Jr. said the roof will likely not impact the Anna Regina Stadium opening. Ramson confirmed that the ministry as of now is maintaining the July 3 opening.
Yeah, obviously there's been some concern about whether it's going to be as scheduled, and that's mainly because they've had this, freak storm on the Essequibo coast that lifted up the entire roof on one of the stands. On our preliminary assessments, and based on the work that's proceeding, that is very likely not to impact on the scheduled date of commissioning and the scheduling of the match.
One of the highlights of the opening is a cricket match played between West Indies legends Brian Lara and Shivnarine Chandrapal.
I spoke to Brian Lara just a couple of days ago, and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is organizing, from their protocol, they're organizing all the arrangements for both players, so everything is on track. Yeah, obviously there's been some concern about whether it's going to be as scheduled, and that's mainly because they've had this, freak storm on the Essequibo coast that lifted up the entire roof on one of the stands. On our preliminary assessments, and based on the work that's proceeding, that is very likely not to impact on the scheduled date of commissioning and the scheduling of the match.
Minister within the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport, Stephen Jacobs, recently conducted a site inspection of the South Dakota Circuit as preparations continue for the upcoming GD Challenge of the Americas. The circuit is currently undergoing renovations ahead of round 3 of the Premier Regional Motor Racing Championship, branded Guyana's Grand Prix, which is scheduled for July 11 and 12 at the country's premier racing venue.
Very happy of, in relation to what I'm seeing here. Extensive work by the Ministry of Public Works. I must commend them in relation to having the track ready and prepared for the GT Challenge. Also, too, you have motor racing. They've been doing an exceptional job in relation to the organizing of this event.
Minister within the Ministry of Sport, Stephen Jacob, said it is imperative that all be done to ensure this mega event is successful.
Event, and we want to make sure with government and also motorsport that we make sure that happens and people come out in their numbers to enjoy the GT Challenge.
He said as part of the event, his ministry is working on a cultural showcase benefiting the occasion and putting Guyana on show in a major way, with more than 80,000 set to viewing the event around the world. There are also plans to have the cars be presented to the public with an exhibition on Main Street next weekend, so onlookers can have an up-close and personal look at the racing machines and engage with the drivers. He said this is part of their efforts to market Guyana's brand globally through the many sports events that are coming to our shores. It stimulates economic activities for the entire country and serve as a conduit to propel sports tourism to higher heights. That wraps up tonight's sport update. Stay with us, more to come right after the break.
Bison's Windows and Doors, where your style meet our innovation, offering the best prices for windows, doors, shower enclosures, and more. In high-quality aluminum and UPVC frames, reflective, tinted, and a wide range of glass types to choose from. We cater for domestic, commercial, and industrial building projects. When looking for windows, doors, and other glass products, Bison's is your #1 choice. Visit us at Echoes just off the Heroes Highway or call us on telephone number 622-4197 or 503-9364 to place your order.
Looking for a way to enhance your showers? Beeson has you covered. Get durable, high-quality frameless shower doors available in a variety of colors, style, and designs. Purchase any frameless sliding door and get free delivery and installation in Georgetown and surrounding areas. We also offer after-sale services, replacements of parts, free estimates, and professional advice. So why pay more to import when you can get impeccable quality locally? So visit Beeson Windows and Doors today on Heroes Highway. Made with pride in Guyana by Guyanese.
That's it for tonight's edition of the newscast. Before we go, here's a quick recap of our top stories. Because we care cash grant distribution begins, smooth process reported countrywide. US $722 million transmission upgrade underway to strengthen GPL grid. Building Expo attracts over 50,000 visitors. Minister Crow credits collaboration for success. And in sport, Captain Chase hails test performance as perfect. Windies inflict dominant win in the first test. Thank you for tuning in. You can catch our broadcast tomorrow at 6:30. For more news and updates, you can check out our website at mtvgy.com. I'm Sandy Ramatar. Have a great night.
And be better focused. But at this point, it has been a little bit disappointing. And I think a lot of Venezuelans themselves are